Hi. Welcome to the Human Design for Marketing podcast. I'm your host, Yvette Mayer, and this show's for you if you're done with cookie cutter marketing and ready to build your personal brand in alignment with who you really are. Let's dive in. Hello and welcome to the Human Design for Marketing podcast, or welcome back. I am super grateful that you're joining me for this episode. This one is in response to a lot of conversation that's been happening in my community, particularly my paid programs, where incredibly talented, purposeful, magical humans come to create a magnetic personal brand and sell out their offers, and some of whom get stuck at the starting line. And the reason is because they fear being visible. They want this. They know that they have a mission and can be of service and see the future. However, there's tension around the act of showing up online. So if you're somebody that experiences this as well, please know that this affects so many of us. It is very, very common. And it's not your fault at all. You haven't done anything wrong. It's a matter of being energetically blocked. There are energetic and likely subconscious things going on in your system that are putting you into fear. So I want to explore how and why this happens and what you can do about it. Strap on in. This may not be a long one, but it's going to be a juicy one. So the first thing I have to say to you is I want you to stop thinking about your visibility and showing up and being seen as an opportunity for you to be judged or seen as something of a fraud, or that people that you know are going to have something to say about you trying to do this online business thing. Like, stop it, stop it, stop it. People care far less about you than you think they do. And if they're really that put off by what you're doing, it's likely because you're mirroring something that they desire and it triggers them. It's much more likely to be that than a negative judgment that's about you. And honestly, the real facts of why it's important for you to overcome this is because I genuinely believe that you would not have the desire or even the seed of desire to grow an online business if it wasn't meant for you. If your soul wasn't yearning to be of service in a really beautiful way to develop others into more of what they want, if it wasn't meant for you, this work is meant for you. And it's also showing up for you because your soul wants you to heal. Your soul wants you to find your way through the darkness, the tension, the blocks, and into being the radiant, brilliant human that you came here to be. Okay? So this is a time for you to really reframe your visibility as sacred. It's a pathway to being of service. It's a pathway to sharing your design, like who you came here to be, with others in a really beautiful, positive way for their benefit. Just know this, that it's not, as I said, about you've done anything wrong. It feels hard because it's hard to overcome things. That's why it feels hard. And the overcoming is the work. It's the healing what is inside of you that is the work. And you may have heard this, but it is true that being of service online, showing up and being visible is the greatest personal development journey that you will ever go on. Like, it's absolute fact that your greatest challenges are going to come to the surface. This is hard. It's hard. And you are going to experience in all of your human design energy intelligence, like the things that you're already learning about, they're going to come through in like this pressure cooker environment. It's a pressure cooker environment. It's like, oh my goodness, I'm open here and this is the not self here. And oh, I see that in myself. I'm overthinking. I'm thinking I'm too old. What are people going to think to me about me? Who am I to show up and build a business over 50? Open head center, on loop, on loop, on loop, on loop, on loop. I get it. Like I am you, right? And this shows up in different ways for all of us, not just depending on where we're open, although I can tell you that that is something to work with. Open head center and open heart center are the most consistently open centers of the entire human design system. And these two are responsible for overthinking when you're in your not self, so the loop, and challenges with self-worth. I'm not good enough. Like it's definitely a system that can provide you a lot of help in deconditioning some of these centers and starting to lean into where you are designed to have impact, feel purposeful, and get out there and do the work in the world that you're here to bring forth. Because honestly, like think about this. When you were born, you had a set of principles inside your energy, your blueprint, for a reason. It's like you chose to incarnate into this design. And the greatest journey of your life will be to both work with your strengths and your challenges, but also to rise through them. So the things that are hard for you, that's where you grow. And life is for nothing else but growth. It's what we do the whole way to the end. We grow, we grow, we grow. And if you're not growing, you're not living, okay? I don't mean to come across like so full on, but I am very passionate about this topic because I want you in service and I want you to rise. Right. I also want to put this out there. You not wanting to show up has nothing to do with laziness or because you don't know how. You might even know this. It's not that. It's not that. You know how. You have plenty of help from ChatGPT and coaches and programs. Maybe you're in some of mine. It's nothing to do with that. You are motivated. It's this lens of challenge that is stopping you. And look, I always say this, and I say it to my clients, I'm going to say it again here. The biggest shift you can make in terms of how you think, at least, and it doesn't heal the energy, but how you think is my visibility is for others more than for self. Sure, it's powerful for you to heal your blocks and be visible, but your visibility is the path to you being on purpose. And when you're in your purpose, that means showcasing the things that you came here to do in life for others to grow. Like that's what this is about. And you will not be on purpose or deliver at your potential when you don't allow yourself to step in and actually lead yourself towards being visible. This has been true for me as well. Like I've had to work on letting go of the overthinking, the deleting posts because they're not doing well, the getting caught up in what others think about me. And it's a process. I still have this at times, and really remember that if my post helped even one person today shift their mindset, change their perspective, give them a direction that they didn't know existed, then I have done my job. I've done my job. I have created a shift for somebody else. And that is what I'm here to do in the world in my own brilliant way. And for me, that's about human design and marketing, right? So you start there. You start with what is my purpose? And your incarnation cross. Look, if you go with the traditional human design language, you may find that it's a bit like, how do I even interpret this? It took me a really long time to get my head around my cross. My cross is the left angle cross of wishes. And when I first had my reading done, I'm like, all right, so this is about breaking the law. Like, I don't work in legal. I don't have a legal background. I'm not somebody who is highly motivated to change regulations and rules at a global level. And there was a little bit of, okay, yeah, sure, but I don't really get that. However, once it's settled, and ChatGPT can help you with this as well, once it's settled and I began to marinate in it, I could see that this is what I have done my entire life. I've risen up against things that I believe are not, I wouldn't say aligned, but they're not right. You know, like I'm the person in a corporate environment who pushed for a wellness agenda that wanted to promote people even if they were pregnant. True story. And has the CEO saying, no, I forbid this. I'm the person that wanted to change the entire structure because I thought it was too top heavy and we needed to build a more empowered way of running the business. I have done this in my career my entire life, and now I do it in marketing. I am out there saying you don't have to follow the rules. You don't need to buy into there's only one way to do things. With your design, you can find the right way for you. So I'm still doing it. So look, it's not an exact science. It's one lens that I think is really important for you to have some time and consideration around so that you can feel into your purpose. And I have some amazing tools on this topic, in particular in Sold Out Offers by Design. We do what are you designed to be famous for at the very beginning of that program. And get excited because I am looking to create a mini course on this topic because it is such a powerful way to build not a niche, but a whole field to play on that is all you. Off topic, but not off topic. Okay, so that's really important as a first step to seeing why it's important that you become visible. Like, what is the purpose that you are here to radiate out into the world in service of others? Okay. So next, I want you to start thinking about the voices in your head or the feelings in your body that go into shutdown when it's time for you to take that step and actually share online. What comes up for you? What, like, journal on this. What is coming up for you? If you're journaling on this, I want you to really consider and contemplate what is the opposite truth of this and take your time with it. So if the thought is coming to you, I don't know enough, the opposite is, I know more than enough to teach somebody how to grow in this area. If the fear is coming up, my best friend is already rolling their eyes at me when she sees me talking about this online. She won't love me anymore. She will judge me. My true friends will support and cheer for me at every step as I move into my higher potential and purpose. Okay, so that's something that you can do. Now, it is helpful for you to look at your body graph and take a deeper dive into your open centers, because what we're doing here is we're looking for clues for those hidden blocks, those patterns that you're running that are running you. You're running the pattern is running you, and when the pattern is running you, it's time to dissolve the pattern. All right, so what we want to be doing is identifying and shining a light on that pattern and working with that center, connecting into it and moving your energy into what is the truth of your potential, not what is the shadow of this particular frequency. So you can really go looking for these insights in your centers, whether you're in your not self or whether you're operating from alignment. Okay, so I do want you to do what you do, however you work with human design, to go deeper into each center where you're open. Very few of you have all centers defined. That's a whole nother topic, but let's just talk about open centers to start with. And I want you to consider the not self and see where that's showing up for you and what it's causing. What blocks is it causing that are stopping you from being visible? And how can you take the aligned action to move through it? That is going to be super juicy for you to do. Okay. Beyond that, yes, you can also look at the shadow state of your gates. So your personality sun, your both sides of your Mercury, because this is your gate of communication. Look at that. Look at the low frequency of these gates. What can you see there that is stopping you from being visible? You're also going to have your own stories that you're conscious of, like things that are imprinted on you from lived experience. So beyond the time of birth, the things that we came through to heal is the patterning that happened as a result of your environment. Now, this is irrespective of the way you're designed, how this has played out in your life and how it has created other stories and patterns that are running through you. And this is affecting us all of the time until we do this work and we understand that we are behaving in a certain way because we have this subconscious or less conscious pattern running. And that when we start to see it, release it, feel through it. I work with my kinesiologist on this, which is super, super valuable. Then we can move beyond. And that's the place where we want you to be. So here is a bit of a 6-stage framework to take you from not showing up to being out and proud online. Firstly, remember who you are. Remember who you came here to be. What is your sacred purpose? What is it? Feel into that. Connect with that. Reveal what's keeping you blocked. What is it that's showing up that you need to be giving attention to and softening through, moving through, easing through? Regulate safety in your body. This is where you use breath work. You employ help from energy specialists. So important, something that I have done as hygiene as a business owner for years. When you've done these first 3 steps, you get to radiate and express your truth. And potentially you're going to start doing that offline. And as you start to feel safe, you birth yourself or rebirth yourself into this new identity of somebody who is here to be seen and felt and leading others. Okay? Visibility is not a mindset. It is a frequency shift. It's a full frequency mind, body, soul shift. Remember that you are here to serve others, and that is why your visibility is sacred. So after you've finished listening to this, go and take immediate action. Spend some time with your journal. Sit down and put your hand on your heart, close your eyes, and get really clear on what is surfacing for you. Just that exercise alone is going to help you along. Finally, remember that making visibility all about you and not about the people that you're here to help is a little bit selfish, all right? Now, to wrap up, I trust you've got something really valuable today, and I have some good news. Just today, I have made a decision walking along the beach that I am going to create a course on this. It'll be a self-paced course. I'm going to try and get it out for the end of November, and it's going to be way, way more transformative than a 20 or 30 minute, 20-minute podcast. I don't know how long this has been. So look out for that. Should be out in a few weeks. And other than that, I look forward to being back in your ears sometime soon. Bye for now. There are heaps more resources in the show notes. I can't wait to be back in your ears again soon. Bye for now.